morning, everyone. Today's video is brought to you by a special request from Maria Schoenenberger. Hope I didn't say your last name wrong. Got the first name right though. And Maria asked me to do a simple fish for her. So I thought we would do a fish today. This one's pretty easy. So yeah, let's go swimmies. Our colors for today are the new Creation is Messy Fjord Milky, coming to a distributor near you very soon. And then I just grabbed like a cobalt and a red and a yellow stringer for decorating. And I had some of this leftover rainbow stringer. It's a ribbon cane. I thought we'd use that and play with it. And then of course black and white for the eyes. Let's get started. Okay, here's what I started with. This is gonna be a big fish. So I did about 10 wraps across by 2 wraps high. And when I think fish and I look at fish, I think of that oval shape, that kind of a stretched out diamond look. And so the way we get that is by first making an oval bead, and then we're gonna kind of smash it down. So I'm gonna make this oval bead by hand because I know that a lot of you don't have a roller. If you do have a roller like this one, feel free to use it. But I just think that making them by hand, it's kind of a good exercise to learn how these shapes are made by hand before you turn them over to the easiness of using a tool. So to make an oval, the first thing we need to do is make a bicone and then flatten it out. So on my tube, right in the center, I'm going to put some additional wraps of glass. I don't know, about 3. I think 3 is good. So got 2 down and 1 more right down the center. And that's kind of our footprint to start our oval. Now, to make an oval by hand, you're gonna need a marver. I kind of like stacked mine up on some presses there, because we are going to heat this puppy up and we're going to angle our mandrel kind of facing downwards. And I like to make my bicones one side at a time. So I'm just heating up the left side here, kind of at an angle. Get it good and hot, you guys, because otherwise you might press too hard and break your bead release. Ask me how I know. There we go. So there's half the bicone. Now let's heat up the other side. La 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 la. Fjord Milky. This is a pretty color. I always love the turquoises that come out of Creation is Messy. They make some good blues. Okay, there's the other side. And I always have troubles with them like being centered. So I go back and do the other side there, just like so. Okay, so there's your bicone, and you can tell it's a bicone because it has this really sharp, pointy edge there in the center. And to turn that bicone into an oval, we want to smooth that edge out. So just heat up the center and then lightly roll it on the marver so it's flat, just like that. And now we just use the heat to smooth out everything. And your bicone with that sharp pointy center will turn into a nice smooth oval. And I got a big old bubble right there. Those bubbles, you can heat them up and you can either wait for them to pop or you can pick them out with your tweezers. There we go. If you need to remarver, do it again. Okay, I like it. It's a little bit fat on one side, but that's okay. All right, now to make this a fishy shape, we're going to flatten it with our mashers. I always like this, like you make one shape and then you flatten it and you got another shape that comes out. It's very cool. So a gentle smash, not too much, and there you go. That is your fish shape. Yay! Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is put on his tail. And since my bubble's right there, I'm going to use that. I'm going to cover it up with other glass. Because if you can't fix it, you should feature it. I think I want to turn my torch down a bit. It's a little high. There we go. All right, let's heat up a nice blob, a nice gather of that Fjord Milky. And I am going to put a nice blob right on the end where his tail is, right there. Pile up that glass, and you want a really good fuse, you guys. So go ahead and get the base bead nice and hot and get your gather nice and hot. And then that way you know that you're going to have a good fused joint. Another one right there. Okay. Now, what I like to do, because you know, fins are like, they got ridges in them, I'll take my needle nose pliers and I'm going to heat up that whole tail section, back, front, and I'm going to pinch with my pliers, just lightly pinch. I want his tail to stay kind of thick because that'll help it not break. So we're going to give him a nice big tail. So don't press your pliers down too hard. Just give them some nice big tail fins, just like so. Yay. Okay, let's go ahead and put on my fish. All have lips. So what I have, oops, caca. I have some effetre red right here. And on the front part of his face, I am just gonna put a loop of red. He's a kissy fish with red lips. A kissy fish with red lips. But he's going to be smiling because he's a happy kissy fish. So, on one side I have my dental tool here, and I'm just going to heat it up and just give him a little smile, like that. Now let's go on the other side, heat it up. I want to make sure I give him a smile. Oops. There we go. Just do a little sculpting and give him a little smile. Yay! And now the eyeballs. The windows of the soul. I just got a little white stringer here. Let's put an eyeball there. And let's put another eyeball right here. And keep his finsies warm. Starting to freak. Keep his tail warm. A little smash down. A little smash down. And now his pupils in the center. Like so. Like so. Okay, now what I was thinking was, you know how rainbow trout have rainbows on them? I'm going to make this guy a rainbow trout. So just along his belly here, I'm going to put my rainbow stringer, maybe to right about there. Let's go on the other side. Now you guys can go crazy. Decorate however you want. Stringers, cane, enamels maybe, dichroic. I think a lot of fishing lures have like dichroic on them. Okay, I'm gonna make them some little yellow gills. Bloop. Just some little yellow dots right along the edge here. like so. He's got gills. There we go. And let's go ahead and press those dots in a little bit because I get worried. Because I get nervous that they're gonna go pew. Uh-oh, who's calling? My mom's calling. Hang on a second, guys. Hi, Mom, I gotta call you back. Multitasking, you gotta love it. Okay, back to my fishy fish. Where was I? Okay, I finished the gills. Let's give him some little finsies on top. I just go around. I got some blue. Let's give him some dots up here. Okay, and then finally, he has a little fins on the side, and I just use clear. Keep that bead nice and warm. I put a dot here, and then a dot on the other side here. And then I take my little sculpting tool and heat up that dot and just kind of slice it so that it looks like a fin. And that's kind of it, you guys. That's a very easy little fish. Everyone can do it. This is a great little beginner bead. Let me get it in the fiber blanket, let it cool, and I'll show you the final result. Fishy, 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 swimming in the ocean. Fishy, fishy. Okay, guys, here's your little fishy. I hope you liked it. Ooh, I like that Fjord color. It's very pretty. Thank you, Maria, for the suggestion. And if anyone else out there would like a tutorial on how to do a bead, get a hold of me. Let me know. I would be happy to help you out. Okay, guys, have a great day. I'll see you the next time. Bye.